Hello friends, back with another tutorial. Hopefully this one's going to be quick, a little bit shorter than the last one, which I think was like an hour or something. A little bit different this time. I have a side project called Battle Blood. If you're not familiar with it, it's more of a Darksynth metal type of deal, different from regular Teradyne. So I'm just going to kind of go through the project and explain a little bit, and we will play the full track, and then I'll be back with some more bullshit. Okay, so there we have it. Let's get into it. As you can see, everything is kind of the normal. Sorry, I'm dying over here. Kind of the normal layout that I typically do. Everything is nice and labeled and color coded and organized, and everything matches the mixer presets. So let's get into it. Working with E minor, and then BPM is pretty fast. It's 150. Kind of more or less matching the metal, fast tempo and whatnot. VSTs that I used mainly are for the synths and bass and all of that, is massive for a lot of the kind of digital guitar type thing. A lot of the leads are Silent 1, so the harsh LFO Discopolis is all Silent 1, and then prop solo is Massive. So let's get into it. There's not a whole lot that's like super, super complicated, and once I break down kind of the arpeggiated notes, you'll see it's really not that complicated. Basically, the let's consider prop saw kind of like the guitar, and everything else is kind of played on a lower spectrum of the scale, with the note scales. Nothing is very complicated. It's the same notes, literally doubled and layered from prop saw and the bass. They're all just playing the same little thing. I kind of go more for groove and vibe over super complicated. This prop saw is a stereo, and then this here, I'll play it. So it's basically panned. One is panned 50% left, one's panned 50% right. Kind of gives it more of a wide feel. The drums is kind of a combination of Easy Drummer I use for toms, and then Crime or Crim, I'm not sure how to really say that. It's kind of a drum program, and I've laid it out because I mean, I could bus it all together and have them kind of go into different channels, but I kind of like to adjust and be able to see it clearly, and not waste my time trying to bus everything out to their own individual channels within the plugin itself. So basically, this is kind of the first. We'll do this one, kind of the first full drum beat with, you know, everything playing. Nope, that's not it. Let's try this again. So it's really kind of standard metal, and I've got different transitions going on to kind of transition from one part of the song to the next song. I'm a firm believer that the transitions really are super, super important, but they don't have to be super complicated. All it really does is just tell the listener, hey, this portion is going to change, and then this portion is now, you know, the new portion. I kind of just lead it in, you know, something. I guess a good example is with all of this stuff, kind of with the intro part going into the main body of the song. That's basically it. Then you got a little break that goes from section to a new section. Everything here, it's all really just layers. It's not super complicated. All of this playing the same, and then all of this stuff is all playing the same notes. It's just layers just sound better. Kind of gotta watch how I layer. Sometimes I'm dealing with kind of a lot of stuff that's on the low end, so kind of the low frequencies can mesh together, which then creates some kind of a muddy mix. With this, I'm not really necessarily worried about having it be clean, crisp, and clear. More so with like Teradyne, you know, the main project. All of this stuff kind of transitions differently. It's playing generally the same type of notes, just adjusted. I'll get into how I kind of write the leads for this. It's really just playing with notes within the spectrum or the scale of the key I'm working with. I mean, it's staying within key. I like kind of doing the half step up and down because it really just adds a little bit to the feel, especially if you're working with a minor key. So it's really not that complicated. A lot of times I'll just copy the same note and go up slightly or down slightly within the scale, just to create a little bit different ARP. I like doing these little walkthroughs because the rise of artists using AI really kind of pisses me off. And I'm firmly against doing all of that and using AI for writing music and whatnot. Like, you know, be an adult, figure out how to do it yourself, experiment. And that's really what this whole project has all been about, is experimenting with different stuff and really having the freedom to play or write whatever I want. With this, it's all just layers, especially with the leads. I think I have a delay that is a ping pong delay, and just layering different presets or synths or whatever just to kind of fit that vibe with it. So as you can see, it's really not super complicated. A lot of this stuff is just shorter notes playing at a higher tempo with the delay, just create kind of a good atmosphere, and writing the leads as they come. I don't really have any standard way I go about writing. I have a really hard time hearing something in my head and then actually applying it within my DAW. It just never really works for me. So I just kind of start with one note and write everything in the process how it should, how I think it should be, and then just kind of adjust and alter as needed, just to fit everything. I think Clean Hiss is a pad from Massive, and then Harmony is actually a bass preset, but I'm playing it on a little bit higher in the spectrum of the keys, so it acts almost kind of like a portamento slide lead instead of a bass. So I guess I'll play some of that. So that's basically how you have it. The male PPG choir, that is from Massive, and then the left and right choir, it's from Direct Wave, I think. Yeah, it's kind of an ah and an o, hard pan left and right. Really, it's all just about layering and getting stuff that works together when you layer. Hope that helped. Peace.